Hi, welcome to Festival TV, Mark. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you, it's great to be with you.
What are you doing at Festival this week?
I am here talking about that little thorny issue that nobody wants to touch, internet pornography.
Oh, wow.
It's such a big issue for Christian guys and girls. The statistics say that 1 in 3 visitors to a porn site is a woman. It's a $5 billion a year industry, and some of the most terrifying statistics are that maybe 50% of Christian guys and maybe 20% of Christian women are struggling. That's an old statistic from 2001, and there's nothing to suggest that it's gotten any better since then.
No, and that statistic's incredibly high. I think it shocks me, and I've heard it before, to hear that.
Yeah, I've heard one more recent that says 70% of Christian guys struggle with internet pornography. One of the things that we've been talking about at Naked Truth Project is describing pornography as the elephant in the room. Or sorry, the elephant in the pew. There's just it's secret and nobody's talking about it, and perhaps we need to be.
So Naked Truth, tell us a little bit about the Naked Truth. What is it? Who's the brainchild? What's the idea?
Yeah. So Naked Truth Project, the guy who runs it is a guy called Ian Henderson. He used to be part of the Message in Manchester, and he, from some of his experiences, his dad was arrested because of child pornography offences. And one of the things that he said just before he went to prison was, "My life is over, isn't it?" And he was involved in a big Christian ministry, and was doing. It looked like he was living a life, and he had this kind of dirty little secret that and nobody knew, and his family were torn apart. So Ian said that this can't go on. We need to do something about this. It's secret, and it's tearing people apart. So Naked Truth Project has 2 aims: open eyes and free lives. So the open eyes is about awareness and getting people in churches to understand that this is a problem, that there's so many people are struggling with it, and how we as churches can respond to it. And then the second one is free lives, is that there's so many people struggling with this that Naked Truth Project wants to do something about that. And it does it in a variety of different ways, doing some creative media stuff, some stuff through advertising. They had this really great campaign called howgoodisporn.com, and they just put up these flyers around Manchester, and that's all it was. It said howgoodisporn.com, and you went on there and there was a little survey to take, and then at the very end it gave a very brief kind of gospel message of what this is actually doing to us. There's a lot of research that says porn is messing up our brains, that it actually physically rewires our brains. So the way your brain works is that when you do something enjoyable, you get a little rush of endorphins and serotonin and all kind of chemicals that I don't understand. But the more you do it, the more your brain craves it. So just like any other addiction, the law of diminishing returns applies. So if you're a heroin junkie, you take a hit, the next hit you need a bit more to get the same rush. And it's the same with pornography. The research would say that you kind of descend and you descend. So someone doesn't start out looking at the illegal stuff. Somebody starts out looking at pictures of women in bikinis, and all of a sudden that's not doing it for them anymore.
Because I work with young people as well, so I deal with a lot of these issues as well. What's the reaction been like when you've spoken about this, and you've written a book about it as well, right?
I've written a book about it.
What's the reaction been like to the book? Because you work at a church as well. What's the reaction been like to you talking about this subject?
Yeah. Well, so the book is called Righteous Tossers. It's a fairly controversial title.
Great name.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because there's a lot of people see the title of that book and they go, ooh. There's some other great books out there. There's one called Captured by a Better Vision by Tim Chester, which is a fantastic book. But I'm a 30-something guy. I need something that's a bit more hard-hitting. So I deliberately wrote something that was quite controversial, that takes, it's quite a fun book. The more I speak about it, the more comfortable I am speaking about it, which drives my friends insane. They're like, "Mark, shut up, we're in a coffee shop." I think one of the biggest problems is because it's all so secret, because we don't talk about it in churches, that's why it's tearing people apart. My own story is that I'm a Christian guy, so I've had my own issues with porn. In fact, I struggled with it for 13 years, and what got me beyond it was, number one, getting some accountability software on my computer. There's some great software out there, like X3 Watch, Covenant Eyes. You can get them for Mac PC, you can get them for Linux, you can get them for smartphones. There's a whole range of them. And then get some accountability. Accountability software is no good if you don't have somebody who's asking you those difficult questions, who's saying, "Mark, let me see your internet history."
So if you're someone that's struggling with pornography, or you're someone that wants to help other people who are, where can we get information about this? You've obviously looked at a number of websites.
3 websites. Let me give you ours is nakedtruthproject.com. There's lots of great information on there, and that'll direct you to some of the other resources that are out there. There's an organisation in America called Fight the New Drug, and they've got lots of great information about how it's rewiring our brains and how it's affecting our relationships, what it's doing to the world in general. And we got some great friends at Hope for Justice who'll tell you that lots of the girls that they work with, kind of rescuing girls out who've been trafficked and out of sexual slavery and things like that, they've been forced to make pornography. And the Fight the New Drug guys have this website called Fortify Program, fortifyprogram.com, and it's all about building your own fight plan, building your own battle plan for how you're going to get beyond your own stuff. If you're a young person, you can sign up for free. Get some people that you trust together and pray, because you ain't going to get through this without having God on your side.
Thank you so much for coming by. And if they Google that, they'll find the book, and you can get it on Amazon, right?
Yeah. Righteous Tossers.
Great.
It's on Amazon. You get it on Kindle.
Fantastic. Thanks for coming by, Mark.